You're all thinking like I am. One of the first warm spring mornings, 2018, to be able to get out and work all day. And that's what I'm doing. Because boy, do I have a mess. My mess is from a brand new septic system, or I should say expanded new septic system. Put in last fall, actually very late fall. I have a video on that I'll post separately. It's not really edited, I don't edit, but you can see the drain field here. The drain field was way over there, and you can see in the distance probably the white pipe and the two risers for the secondary tank that was put in. The secondary tank, it's got two chambers in it, two 500-gallon chambers. Again, just for, just to separate the liquid. So here we are, I've got this mound, and it's just below the house, which is on the hill. And so you can see I got water coming down when it rains, and then it stops at the drain field, and I've got to figure that out, because otherwise I'll just be dealing with a lot of drainage issues, or I should say erosion issues. And of course, meanwhile, then I've got to worry about getting this thing seeded, cleaned. I'm going to have to get a 3-point rake, and I don't want to go buy one, man. They're like $300, $400, $500. I mean, I'm only going to need it once, really. I don't expect to need it. Although I do have the road down there I could work on. I guess I would, but I better start putting some money away. Meanwhile, I've got this pile of rock, and I'm making room for it. I'm making room for this rock. I was going to do a patio, but I'm not going to do that now because I've got to build a retaining wall, and my back's not up to it, nor is my budget. So I'm going to simply find places for this rock, and those places are going to be over by my hoop house and next to my storage trailer, where I'm going to put in, I'm going to expand my compost pile. And there's my beauty, B3200. Loving it. She's a workhorse. So I'm over here on this part of my property. You can see that I've created a pile, and I'll probably truck some of that get some of that into the greenhouse at some point, the hoop house, for the floor, just because that'll retain heat. I've got stone in there now, but I've got more places I could put stone. Excuse the toilet. I just replaced my mother's toilet, and I got to take it to the dump. Here's leftover spouting from the garage mahal last summer, and I've got other videos on that you maybe have seen. If not, please look at them. Always open to tuber advice. And then here's where I'm digging now. I'm going to put that rock here and build a nice rock ramp up into my storage trailer, where I have a ton of wood and all my outdoor equipment, mowers and everything. And then I'll build a door or something for that. There was one on there, but it was old and it rotted, so I took it off. So this is what I'm doing here. I'll put rock here. I'll build a ramp over here to the right. I put that 4x4 up against the trailer, and then I'll get my skids out and build a sort of a wall. I got a neighbor down the trail here who got lots of horses and manure, so I'll start piling it up here and then just start turning it until it's beautiful. For hugel beds, hugel culture beds I'm going to build, thanks to some YouTubers that I've subscribed to. And then of course the hoop house, and it's very hot today. So I've opened it up, the other end I've opened it up. I don't have my fans in yet. Those where the fans go, if you can see through the other end. And then I do have openings on the bottom left and right, and I've got to clear space out to get those openings. Moving on, this is the scrap that I've gathered from one of my other videos where I have a cast iron stove in my workshop, and I have smaller logs of wood that I have to cut to heat. I can't cut big wood. So I have to look for saplings and things like that. Here's this is an old postal trailer. So I got my forks out. I've been using them. I like them. Nice Titan forks. Had them for a number of years now. Bought them right after I got my BX2360, which I traded in just this year. And then here I'm going to put some more rock. I'm going to put some more rock here so I can raise my second tote. This is my first tote. I've got a little less than half full, and that gravity feeds the greenhouse. I can use the hose and it gravity feeds water into the greenhouse. It's a beautiful thing. Little rack I built over there just for my implements and for wood for the winter. Worked beautifully, but here I'm going to fill this area with wood, and then stone, and then I'll put my second tote, which I'm cleaning out over there. I'll put this here, and I'll make it higher than this first tote, so I can get that hose off the garage to feed it. Rainwater collection, it's called, and a lot of you good people do that. It's a wonderful thing. I got a third tote over by the house. I'm gonna use that to fill my hot tub, so I don't have to truck water in. Loving it, loving it. Projects, you know, all good stuff. Keeping myself busy, keeping the heart pumping, you know. Loving Mother Earth, love the spring, love the renewal. God bless you all, Mountain Green. Signing off.